change of pace? Change of pace. We definitely need to change of pace on this channel. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things that Americans do that Germans simply don't understand. Americans do a lot of these things on a daily basis, and I figured I could, bring a special guest with us today. Pikachu, he's been in the background behind my pile of clothes back there that you guys have probably seen featured in most of my videos. So before we get started, why don't you guys go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and we'll get into our very first topic, which is excessive friendliness in public.
Hello there.
Now, a lot of you guys probably already know that we are very friendly in public for no reason.
No, check the lace on?
It seems almost like we're fake, and that is very true. I think we do it for different reasons, though. A lot of times people are doing it to feel safe, right? It's not because we're like, oh my God, we want to make friends with everybody, which is also a thing. Small talk is a thing in America. However, it is very important to establish a sense of friendliness and cordialness so you can avoid any kind of conflict, because we're at a point in society where people crash out all the time over the littlest things and put people's lives in jeopardy. So it's better to be safe than sorry, and it's better to be nice than not. So when you do interact with anybody in America, it's better to, be overly friendly than not at all. We love our huge portions and refills. If you look at the typical American's plate, oh my God. We stack our plates to the top and we ask for refills like it's no tomorrow, because a lot of places in America just have refills. I mean, there's nothing wrong with refills, right? Until you leave America and find out that the rest of the world does not believe in refills, not even for water. It's pretty interesting. But again, I get it. I mean, I'm an American and I love filling my plate to the brim. I want to be able to eat everything in one fell swoop, but I don't really want to ask for seconds. Although I do, because I'm a bigger guy, but still, refills are pretty cool, because if I do happen to drink all my stuff, all my water or juice or whatever, there's always the possibility of me getting more. I don't have to partition the water that I have when I'm drinking at the table. I do think that from what I've seen traveling to Germany, for instance, I don't think y'all be drinking that much water. You'll drink more beer than y'all drink water from what I've seen. I'm like, good God. Hopefully you guys drink a lot of water, because from what I see when y'all go out, bro, like you got the one glass of water and that's it. Man, I drink water like a fish, okay? It is insane work. I understand the refill culture. People can't calculate how much water they're going to drink in a restaurant or establishment, so having the open option to have unlimited refills, at least when it comes to water, it seems like a necessity, right? Why is it like water should be free? That's something that comes naturally in the world. Like the world produces water. Why can't tap water be free? I'm pretty sure tap water is free in Germany, so I know I've been making these videos as, oh well, you have to pay for water. I think tap water is free, but most places will be like, would you like sparkling water or water in a bottle or something like that? From what I've seen and from the places I've eaten at, either it was not offered or I didn't ask, and most times I just didn't ask. So moving on to the next thing that Germans may not understand that Americans do is air conditioning. Oh my gosh, I went hard on you guys about air conditioning. As I recall, wouldn't you like to be the avatar? Huh? Wouldn't you? Who wouldn't want to be the avatar? Wouldn't you want to control the elements in your house? You could, turn the AC hot if you wanted to. You can turn the heat on, or you can make it cold, right? You can control how cold it gets in your house. The point of air conditioning, you can condition your environment. Now, if you don't care to use the air conditioning unit, you don't have to use it. But I said a lot of you guys' houses need them. Now, they don't need them, right? I mean, Germany's in a very cold spot in the world. So even right now, as I make this video, you guys are probably shivering in your mother freaking tempers, and I do get that. But in the summer, like I said, the summers have been gradually getting hotter and hotter. Now, give or take some years, AC is definitely something that a lot of people desire. I'm in South Korea right now, and that's far away from America, and every single unit here has air conditioning in it. That's not just an American concept, that's almost worldwide, except for some places like Germany. Now, I understand electricity plays a part in it, and also it doesn't get that hot for that long in Germany. And when it does get crazy hot, again, it's not that long, so people can tough it out for however long. But wouldn't you want the option to have AC? Over the top customer service.
Right, sir, you want some hot sauce or ketchup? Bro, just put the fries in the bag, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people traveling into America, you know, my German doctor, and anybody else traveling into America might look at the customer service as over the top. Like, oh my God, sir, is there anything I can do to help you? Oh my gosh, over the top customer service. I do think that that's important. And the philosophy in America is customer is king.
Sorry, do you know that we've been waiting like 25 minutes for this food?
Huh?
We've waited like 25 minutes for this food.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know, like, work faster.
Some free juice or something.
Yeah.
That is not the case in Germany. Germany's actually had a lot of complaints when it comes to its customer service because that is not how the system operates over there. They get paid enough, and obviously the way of life out there is basically treat the customers how you want to be treated. Customers in America have gotten so accustomed to this overly servitude version of customer service in America that customers treat the staff like garbage a lot of times because the staff, they're trying to get paid. They want to make sure that everything's going and functioning properly. And of course, America is a capitalistic society, and that does have a lot to do with how the structure of each business is. I mean, think about Walmart, for instance. I mean, Walmart's been used and abused for forever, but when you look at the greeters at the entrance of Walmart, their whole job is to make you feel comfortable and welcome. But for a lot of our foreign travelers that decide to do the Walmart experience, they feel creeped out because you have someone crazy grinning at you the entire time you are walking through the supercenter shopping. It's insane work. So I do get why it's a little crazy, but I will say this. I do appreciate that element of customer service because it also feeds into another part of the culture that I do like, which is the small talk, right? I mean, you know, you can have like when you're going grocery shopping sometimes, or you're buying anything, or you're looking for an item at a store that you can't seem to find. People are more than willing to help you, and they won't necessarily make you feel bad about it. Talking loudly in public. Now, I'm guilty of that. You can probably hear it from my videos. I'm a very loud individual. I don't scream into the mic always. But I used to scream a lot when I was a little bit younger, a few years ago. But I have gotten better with that. In fact, when I traveled to Germany my first time, a lot of you guys' top comments about my very first trip in Germany, go ahead and check that video out if you haven't already, is I was very quiet. I wasn't overly loud or anything. I actually kept my voice down to a minimum. My friends were louder than I was when I was going out. I did not want to disturb anybody. I understand that people have places to go, things to do, and the last thing they need in their very busy day is a loud foreigner causing problems. So I made sure I kept my voice down to a low tone. People had to ask me 2, 3, 4 times what I was saying because I was talking too low, and I don't know. I just feel like it's a more peaceful way to operate. You know what I mean? Because I got to see people be extra obnoxious and loud. And I'm like, I get the sentiment. Like, watch what you're saying. Now, Americans are crazy loud. They are very loud outside. And I think it's just a cultural thing. Things are spaced farther apart in America. So the tendency to try to reach the other person is a thing. Also, people have really bad hearing. You know what I mean? People listen to loud music here. Other people are affected by everyone else's choices as far as like, you know, if they're blasting music or if there's construction nearby and people feel like they got to convey a message as loud as humanly possible. That is definitely a thing. But there is the running gag that you'll know an Americans nearby by how loud their decibels are, right? I mean, they'll be screaming at the top of their lungs, having a conversation with somebody right next to them. And that's just kind of a thing that we do subconsciously. It's not to offend or hurt anybody. It's just we want to be heard. And I think the American philosophy is if you're loud, then you're heard.
You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly.
Extreme patriotism. Oh my gosh, we are gung-ho for America. We need to let you know that we are repping America. You know what I'm saying? That's just our thing. I don't know why. Don't ask, really. We just do it, all right? Get used to it. We love bragging about being from America, but as of this year, I don't think that's gonna be a thing. 24/7 stores, shopping conveniences. Why do Americans have this inkling to shop in the ass crack of night? Well, because we like that as an option. We're consumers. I mean, everybody in the world is consumers, right? But we love having the option to wake up in the middle of the night and just go shopping anywhere, regardless of what the time is. And I think it's a convenience. Obviously, not that many people shop at night, but there are the people that do. Just like not that many people work through the night, but a lot of people do. So what about those people? And I think it's important. I really do think it's important. But a lot of you guys watching this will very strongly disagree, and I respect that. But I do pride ourselves in having 24-hour stores. Do you guys have 24-hour stores in Germany? You probably do. There's no way you guys don't have 24-hour stores. I didn't see them, but they're probably there. Shopping centers, grocery stores, something like that, maybe convenience stores that are 24/7. We do have all of those things and more in America, but I'm not sure if you have them in Germany as far as 24/7 shopping places go. I would assume you do, so I'm going to say you do, but if you don't, rip, because it is cool and it's a nice little convenience to have a place that's open when you are awake at goblin hours. Driving culture in America. We love to drive everywhere. Why do Americans drive from one end of the parking lot to another after leaving a store in a shopping center and driving literally to another store in the same shopping center? There's a strip mall, right? And Americans typically will love to get in their car and drive to the next store that is within the same shopping center, 100 feet away. We would rather walk to our car, drive to the next store, than walk to the next store in the same shopping strip. It's not like you're driving across town. You're in the same parking lot. Like, people will get into a car from one store and drive from one part of the parking lot to another to be closer to the next store instead of walking to the next store and walking back to the car. Always will blow my mind. And I didn't realize I did this, but I did do that for a while. But when I was aware of it, I'm like, whoa, what am I doing? I just walk to the next store. It's not a big deal. Now, I do get it as far as like, okay, if you have things you would like to put in your car before going to the next store, that I understand. But I would say find a central place to park and then you're good to go. People love to drive because America is a driving country. Our roads are designed that way. So obviously us driving so much confuses a lot of people when they get here, but you'll understand when you arrive in America. Oh my gosh, it is insane. We have to drive, right? And the cars are big. That's another thing too. We have a ton of trucks. People love trucks. People love big old SUVs. That is just the American way, right? Yeah, there's a lot of sedans and all the other kinds of vehicles too, but when you think of American vehicles, you think of those big juicy trucks that love to run over other vehicles. Have you ever seen any of us in public wearing pajamas before? Because I'm one of those people. And the reason why we can get away with it is because we just genuinely don't give a flying freak. Okay, we don't care. We do not care at all about what we wear. We're not fashionable like y'all over there in Europe, right? Like, you guys love wearing, coordinated outfits of some sort, business casual coordinated outfits. We love expressing ourselves. Individualism is booming in America. People love to be and wear whatever they want. Look at me. I'm dressed ridiculous. I got a Naruto headband and a Naruto sweater and stuff like this, whole Akatsuki drip. And then I have a Pikachu. I will walk around with this. That's insane, but not insane in America. That's not insane at all. It is insane everywhere else though. So yeah, I'll get some crazy looks, but I like being myself. I like being an individual. You know what I mean? So dressing like everybody else is just kind of weird to me. Everybody having the same or similar style. But also, I think in the same sense, a lot of people are very uncomfortable truly wearing and doing what they want. If I want to wear pajamas in public, I just do it. I'm just, hey, I got to put something on that covers my body. If I like it, I like it. That's cool. I have a philosophy I've grown up with my whole life. Wear what you find comfortable. And if it looks good, cool. Right? But wear what you think is comfortable. If you're wearing something that looks good, but you're not comfortable in, why are you wearing it? It don't make no sense. Now, there is a middle ground. Find something that looks good and is comfortable. There's the middle ground. But I choose comfort over the look, clearly. Credit cards and debt culture. All right, when you get to America, how many times have you seen your American buddies, friends, whatever, spend whatever they're spending with their credit card? A lot of Americans are in crippling debt because of those things. Now, I have plenty of credit cards and whatnot, and I know how to manage my finances accordingly, so I'm debt free, but I know a lot of people that are not. Most Americans have this idea that the credit that they have is their money. Newsflash, it's not your money, it's the bank's money. And they're banking on you spending that money so they can make an extra dime when you miss that first month's payment. They want you to get to the point where you're making minimum payments on your balance on your credit card so that they can make money off of you through the interest. And I figured the game out. It took me about 10 years to figure that out. But once I figured it out, I wasn't afraid of credit cards anymore. I just got one last year and I've been using it ever since. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. There's benefits to credit cards. In fact, depending on what type of credit card you get, like the one that I have allows me to fly at an upgraded class. I can fly first class, business class with most airlines and whatnot. And I get discounts in transportation. I get perks with delivery apps and stuff like that. And I get points with every single purchase I make. I can buy groceries. I can buy snacks. I can go out to eat dinner or something like that. And literally I get points and I can use those points for literally anything. And I love it. That's why we use credit cards so much. But most people, I guess that's why I use my credit card so much. But most Americans use credit cards because it's an extra avenue of money that they think they have, but they really don't. And for the responsible Americans, you use them to build credit so you can, have access to more money if you need to make bigger purchases. And then since you've proven to the credit bureau that you can spend money effectively and borrow money effectively and pay back what you've spent and borrow, people trust you with giving you more money. Although I do see how it's toxic and you should be spending your own money on all of those things, but it doesn't build credit or rapport with the credit bureau. So it's this infinite tsukiyomi of things that you have to keep doing to be in good graces with the credit bureau. And it's the whole song and dance. You get my drift. Over the top holiday decorations. We are one of the most decorative species on the planet. Okay, Americans, we love getting festive. We will wear American flag design glasses or American flag themed glasses. We will wear Christmas themed glasses. We will decorate our whole walls outside of our houses with lights and gizmos and gadgets depending on the holiday. Have you seen neighborhoods in America during Halloween? It is a spectacle. Okay, it's amazing. You get to see people decorate their entire house like a scene from a horror film. It is beautiful. And also during Christmas time, you get to see people do the same thing. Neighborhoods are covered in, snowmen, reindeer, these beautiful lights and all the sort. It's cool. It's very festive and it gets the spirit kind of going, I love that. Tipping culture. People expect tips for the dumbest things. If you go to self-checkout, do the self-checkout, you'll look to your left or your right and you will see an individual staff member standing there asking you for here's a tip. Don't ask me for one because I'm not giving you one unless you deserve it. Hugging as a greeting. Now, I did this a lot when I was in Germany. That's just kind of like how we are. We're big huggers. And I'm not sure if you guys are in Germany. Traditionally speaking, I guess not really that interpersonal as far as touchy-feely, whatever in Germany and whatnot. But in America, it's very common for people to exchange hugs as a greeting, a form of greeting and whatnot. Now, you can tell people don't want to be hugged or whatever. Obviously should ask. But yeah, that's like a form of greeting and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, cool. Bring it in. So that's cool. I do get that. It feels more personal. You know what I mean? And I do like that element of American culture. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys do that. Do you guys do more of a handshake? I think there are way more handshakes I've noticed in Germany than hugs. But then I've seen people give hugs in Germany and stuff like that. That's totally fine. Advertising for medicine.
Talk to your doctor about Chantix and a support plan that's right for you. Some people have had changes in behavior, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice agitation, hostility, depression, or changes in behavior, thinking, or mood that are not typical for you, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away.
Oh, that cringes my soul. It's like side effects may include hemorrhoids, cancer, HIV, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, oh my God. All for headache medication? Are you serious? Those are insane. Have you seen the commercials? I've never seen a singular medicine commercial in Germany at all. They don't have to advertise them like that. I'm not even sure if they're allowed to. Maybe you guys are, but I don't see medicine commercials like that. Maybe if they're in a paper or something, but you will see them everywhere in America to a point where it's memeable. It's diabolical. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. I wanted to give you guys a lighthearted video because a lot of the recent topics we've been talking about on this channel have been real political, and I know that you guys are trying to calm down with that a little bit, because we're used to the happy-go-lucky James. What's up with this serious James stuff? And I am getting older, so content may change. Just saying.